Boy, is it ever Monday. Anyways, hello everyone, and welcome back to, or welcome to, a new Let's Play. Okay. Okami. Fair word of warning before going in, I don't know how to pronounce anything in Japanese, so this is gonna be absolutely wonderful. If my sources are right, and my sources are Google Translate, pronunciation function, the name of the main character is Amaterasu, and that's about as far as I go with my knowledge on this game. But, people wanted me to do this, back when I got 1,000 subscribers. It's just that I had so many things already going on, I'd rather had to finish them up first, before starting something new. But here we go. Once upon a time in a faraway land, there was a tiny village by the name of Kamiki? I don't know. Legend tells of a horrible beast that threatened the residents. Looks like a multiple-headed something. Is it a hydra? It probably isn't, because a wolf something protect them. Controlling the very fabric of existence, this wolf stood up against the beast many times its size and banished the darkness. Again, it's probably not a hydra because that's Greek, so... This ethereal wolf's valiant act ushered in an era of tranquility. The villagers' hearts swelled with respect and adoration of the wolf. I'm slowly turning into strong man again. Oh wait, is this actual gameplay already? Actually, no, look, this is just the intro? I don't know if this is just the intro. And then turns out it spoils the entire game. Say that it doesn't. And there's a lot of things around there. I do not know what any of them are. Begin story as opposed to doing something else? I don't think I can continue. God, you know when you leave your controller out, like, both GameCube and, like, Nunchuck? Sometimes you come back to it after leaving it unattended for a while, and then your control stick is just, like... It just has this weird, like, substance on it. I don't know what the hell it is, but it's nasty as all hell. Unless something's been happening with my controllers and I don't know about it, but, yeah, anyways. New game! Yes, I'm not gonna pronounce it like that, though, because... I think it'd be more offensive if I tried to pronounce it like that, I think. Yes, we'll skip this immediately. Story. Okay. Okay, those are credits, I guess. Wait, we just... Is it not long ago? A tiny hamlet known as Kamiki lay nestled in a grove of proud and beautiful cherry blossoms. Each and every tree around this quiet burg was honored as a god. However, the village was not without its dark secrets. Such as the fact that it was in black and white. Or that. To saturate the appetite of... Orochi? I'm gonna go with that one. A fearsome cave-dwelling beast. A young maiden was offered to the sacrifice at the annual festival. With a body like a mountain and 8 heads mounted on its neck the size of tree trunks, its blood-red eyes alone were set to curse anyone who gazed into them. No one dared disobey the horrific beast. When the night of the sacrifice drew near, a mysterious white wolf appeared outside the village. This wolf... Wait, aren't wolves usually, like, white-ish? Or at least, like... Well, they're grayish, usually, but that's not too far. They have white, like, undersides, don't they? Anyways, whatever. Its coat is brilliant as snow. It was dubbed... Shiranui? Again, like, I'm just guessing on these. I don't know anything. I'm sorry. I could just wait for the comments on this video being like, "Oh my god, dude, do you not know how to pronounce I don't know." The wolf kept a watchful eye on anyone who ventured outside the village, and made a habit of patrolling the streets at night. People assumed the wolf to be a familiar of Orochi. I suppose so. Oh, hey, there's those gate things that you always see. I don't know. One villager took it upon himself to face the fearsome Shiranui. The warrior Nagi attempted many times to challenge the wolf, but his attempts were thwarted by Shiranui's swift movements. Because he was quick and nimble when he needed to be. He could flow through the air and climb up trees. Long before the night of the cursed festival arrived, a white-plumed arrow heralded coming the sacrifice. Piercing the sky, the arrow sunk its shaft squarely into... Okay, what? The home of Nabi, the village's most beautiful maiden. Nagi, harboring a secret love for Nabi, was a lot of similar names, was enraged by this sign. Determined to put an end to Orochi once and for all, Nagi traveled to the beast's cave in place of his beloved. The Moon Cave, a place as dark as evil itself, served as Orochi's home, and Nagi stood bravely before the entrance. The beast appeared, eyes glowing crimson upon 8 thrashing necks. Orochi stood tall before him, anxious for another sacrifice. Nagi leapt with incredible grace. He, swinging his blade valiantly. On and on he sliced well into the moonless night. But Orochi's hide was like steel. The blades left nearly a scratch. Something about his teeth being swords and wings being a hurricane. Does he have a temple on his back? What? What the crap was that? At long last, Nagi's energy spent from the intense battle dropped to his knees, fatigued and grasping for breath. He knew he was staring death in the face. You kind of already spoiled what's gonna happen now, because... It was then that the wolf appeared. Yeah, we know. As if to protect Nagi, it stood at its ground before Orochi. In this darkness of the cave, the wolf's coat shone brilliantly. Alas, it was Shiranui the wolf that dwelled outside the village. Baring its fearsome claws, Shiranui leapt toward Orochi. Orochi reared its terrifying head, readying its fangs for battle. The two beasts struggled wildly, thrashing in darkness. In the darkness, excuse me. Mysterious and terrifying, the spectacle continued. Shiranui summoned gusts of divine wind to counter Orochi's flames. I like how wind inside a cave comes with little leaf effects, by the way. As Orochi closed in on Shiranui's sharpened claws glistening, a gigantic tree suddenly sprouted forth, shielding the wolf. Shiranui fought gallantly to gain the upper hand, however. Orochi, protected by a mystical power, was not easily bested. Shiranui, covered in gashes, majestic coat dyed crimson, stood exhausted before the might of the Orochi. Orochi saw a chance to strike what would be the final blow. Shiranui refused to give in. With its last ounce of strength, The majestic wolf gazed heavenward and unleashed a mighty howl. Suddenly the black clouds overhead dissipated. The light from above glinted off Nagi's sword as a beacon of hope. This is a long intro. Not that I mind necessarily. Guided by a sword, Nagi, who had been taking shelter in the shadows, stood proudly to face his adversary, channeling all his strength into his scarred and battered arms. He leapt ferociously towards Orochi with his sword poised high. The golden sword danced in his hands like a puppet on a string. One by one, Orochi's fearsome heads separated from their owner. But if you cut off one, then two grow back. Or two more shall replace it, or whatever it is. I think it's the latter one. Orochi's broken body collapsed in a lake of its own blood. That's violent. In that instant, the curse plagued its villagers was lifted. As the battle subsided, the sun shone once again in the sky. Shiranui had succumbed to Orochi's poison and struggled to breathe. Nagi scooped up the beast into his arms and returned to Kamiki. When they reached the village, Shiranui was no longer moving. The village elder gently stroked the wolf's head. In response, Shiranui let out a hoarse and pitiful bark, then closed its eyes and drifted off as if into slumber. I thought it was already dead. Oh, my bad then. Peace had at last returned to Kamiki village. In honor of Shiranui's heroic exploits, the villagers erected a shrine and placed a statue of the wolf within it. Nagi's sword was christened Tsukuyomi. That looked like a mess of letters the first time I saw it, but... Placed inside the moon cave, the villagers all looked forward to an age of endless peace. Oh, is that it? Okay. Oh. However, this is not the end of the story! Of course it wouldn't be. There's more to this tale than most people know. 100 years had passed since Nagi and Shiranui's heroic exploits. It happened so quickly that no one in the village even took notice. Well, if it took place over 100 years, then you'd think they would have realized eventually. Oh, for a second I thought there was a guy standing there. Is this the legendary sword? It's the sword that bandits and threaded around. I'm sorry, no, I wasn't gonna try it again. No, it couldn't be. It's just a legend. Nothing but fairy tale. But a fairy tale, I guess. Good job, smartass! Oh no, I'm just gonna pull out this, like, ancient demon-slaying sword. What's the worst that could happen? Oh yeah, maybe the fact that the fucking dragon comes back.
Only who seeks power, he who has broken my bonds. Speak the words. I wish darkness unto the world. Utter that prayer unto me and loose my power.
I do really like the art style of this game.
Roar!
I wonder if we don't get to see this guy because it's a secret as to who he is, or if he's just some random dude, and it doesn't really matter who he is. I like how those trees just evaporated.
A horrible tragedy suddenly swept over the land. However, there was one village that seemed to escape the terrible curse. The tiny settlement of Kamiki Village enjoyed the protection of a sacred tree. It is here that the real story begins.
Okay, so... Oh. Wood Sprite Sakuya, I guess. How troublesome. This is just like the ancient prophecy of doom. What has transpired to bring about such calamity? We must act quickly. There is no time to lose. My power has diminished over the years I've spent protecting this area. I don't have much time left in this world. Amaterasu, now is the time. I like how the spell required her to jiggle her boobs! We have never needed your power more. Shine your divine light upon this broken and polluted world. Let your heavenly rays become our hope as you guide us all. So I think the characters have voices, but I barely Okay. Ah, such divine white light, such beauty and grace. The only one capable of such a wondrous spectacle is none other than our mother and the origin of all that, Amaterasu. How delightful to see that the savior whose brave sacrifice sealed... I like how our main character is just confused. Away, the evil demon so many years ago has not changed one bit. Seeing you emerge after so many years spent as a statue brings happiness to my heart. Wait, okay, so... the statue that they placed in the shrine was the actual wolf turned into a statue? Is that what I'm getting from this? Amaterasu, gaze above you and take in the condition of the sky. So wait, are we like the god? Or goddess, I guess? Or like, are we the wolf? Or are we both? Since untimely departure from our myths, the world has succumbed to devious and vicious beasts. They have ravaged our fine, bountiful country of Nippon? I'm going with that one. We never have the circumstances been worse than they are at this very moment. There's an ass cutout too. Huh. Okay. I wonder how accurate that is to Japanese mythology. Then again, I don't know if this character is actually from Japanese mythology, because I don't know Japanese mythology, so... Like, our ass is talking now. Hey, I wasn't done reading that yet. Darkness and punish those who do us harm. Jiggle physics once again. She keeps doing it, too. What's this? Well, those would be jiggle physics. Has something stolen its way into my robe? Oh. What on earth? It's a cricket? What is that? Let's see what voice.
Ow, 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 are you nuts? Boy, for a little thing, you sure make a big fuss. Just trying to make the conversation a bit more interesting, that's all.
Were you napping in my clothes again, Bug?
Bug, I told you 1,000 times not to call me that. I'm a wandering artist. The name's...
Issun? I like my on not being sure every time I say anything Japanese.
I'll show you how great I am and how long, and it won't be long till you're bowing before my great brush.
Oh. Oh, I guess at least the cleavage was accurate then.
Well, what do you think? Even cuter than the real thing, no? What's with you, furball? You look kinda down in the dumps. And everybody wants to be you, even when taking your lumps. Actually, you look kinda familiar. Got it, you look just like that statue of Shiranui.
Again, are we the statue or are we... And then they eat them.
Whoa, what do you think you're doing? Are you crazy?
Like how you turn red.
Handsome guy like me should never be covered in wolf slobber. You'll regret messing with the great Issun. Don't make me use my prized sword, Denko Maru, against you.
And then everything blurred out and... I don't know. And then the seas parted and fishes died.
What's that growling sound? And why is it so dark anyway?
Oh great god, Amaterasu. Is it a god or a goddess? I'm confused now. I've used all the power I have to protect Kamiki Village. The village lives on. Their spirits lie encased in my fruit. What? Cut it free and the village will be reborn. I trust in you. I know that you will lead us down to the right path. Only your awesome power can destroy life to the world.
The trees returned to normal, huh? That Sakia girl Sir said some weird stuff. The villagers' spirits are being kept inside the fruit? That's the fruit, that girl said that. If you cut it down, the villagers will be restored. But it's awfully high up there. If you don't know if they're gonna use some kind of special power, there's no way you're gonna reach it. This darkness is really getting to me too. A lot can happen while you're taking a nap.
In somebody else's boobs. Oh hey, gameplay, but we're 22 minutes in. I should probably stop now. Yeah. Actually, let's see what's beyond here, and then I'll probably stop. Unless there's more cutscenes. Actually, no. If it's even it's probably more cutscenes. You know what? I got about 2 seconds of gameplay in. I called it an accomplishment. So with that, I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time when we will, I don't know, find some way to get that giant peach down. Yeah, go with that one. So for now, I say goodbye.